I'm Jocelyn from the UNIYC tribe of Taiwan.
And I'm Manuel from the Quechua Nation of Peru. We know it's a great honor to be present when a statement representing us is read.
But being a member of the Indigenous Youth Caucus requires a lot of commitment and responsibility. During every session of the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, it's hard not to notice that when the Indigenous Youth Caucus speaks, our members will stand behind us in full solidarity and support.
Madam Chair, we thank you for your time.
The annual United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues has become an important occasion for us to gather, exchange, share, and generate collective ideas and recommendations to voice out our concerns and collaborate on issues pertaining to our peoples. The Indigenous Youth Caucus was thus established to provide an open and free platform to give voice to younger generations and to hear their concerns. We are premised on inclusiveness, communal decision-making, and respect of all peoples.
The Indigenous Youth Caucus was formally inaugurated in 2006 and convened every day during the annual session of the Permanent Forum to discuss the various issues and concerns of Indigenous youth worldwide. These discussions led to the collective development and presentation of several statements to the forum. We are proud to say that in 2008, the Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues and Secretariat recognized the Indigenous Youth Caucus as a working caucus. Our members include numerous Indigenous youths from various states, organizations, socioeconomic and cultural backgrounds.
The Indigenous Youth Caucus should have two co-chairs to share the responsibilities to organize, coordinate, and communicate with the members of the Indigenous Youth Caucus, as well as other caucuses and groups. We should also empower regional focal points to reach out to Indigenous youth in all regions, gather and pass on the information, and work closely together with the co-chairs on relevant issues. The co-chairs and the regional focal points will be selected on a volunteer basis and should continue their work beyond the session of the forum for the continuation and sustainability of the Indigenous Youth Caucus. To be fully prepared for the forum, here are some tips for you. Research and read about the forum theme for the year you are attending, and try to relate those to your own community and understanding.
Start formulating your own original thoughts on those topics and how you would like to contribute to the forum.
If you are coming as a government delegate, consult with your delegation prior. If you are an NGO delegate, consult with other members of your NGO on the various themes and goals you have for the forum.
Prepare a draft statement or notes of the main concepts and ideas you would like to discuss. It would be even better if you're endorsed by other organizations in your region.
Start communicating and familiarize yourself with the contribution of other Indigenous youth from around the world.
Get information about previous youth initiatives at the forum, such as previous statements. Join the Indigenous Youth Caucus here.
At the forum, you should
meet the day before the forum starts with the Youth Caucus. This will enable you to meet with other youths and discuss important forum issues to formulate a Youth Caucus viewpoint.
Elect co-chairs who are committed, responsible, and passionate. They should be able to
attend all the Indigenous Youth Caucus meetings,
be there on time,
make an agenda for each meeting to keep the structure,
give equal opportunity to youth from different regions to participate,
elect drafting teams for developing statements,
make sure the statements are grammatically correct,
circulate the statements among the members,
sign up on the speakers list of the forum under different agenda items, which is usually available one day prior.
Make sure the statements are ready to be presented before the scheduled time slot.
Submit the statements to the Secretariat of the forum.
Make copies of the statements for distribution.
Ideally, have the statements translated in all participating languages for caucus members in attendance that year.
We know this is not an easy task, but if the work is too overwhelming, you can always delegate the responsibilities.
Elect drafting teams responsible for developing statements according to everybody's input, and then come back to the Youth Caucus for comments and revision before it is read officially. The drafting teams should elect speakers to deliver the statements.
Discuss future collaboration and work after the forum, for example, conference calls, preparatory meetings, and participation in other relevant conferences.
When the forum session comes to an end, the work of the Indigenous Youth Caucus should continue. Here are some tasks you should carry on.
Bring the knowledge and experience you gained at the forum to diverse communities in your home countries.
Get in contact with the youth that your NGO or government will send next year and provide them with the information you have gained at the forum to continue the work we have already initiated.
Strongly encourage governments and NGOs to send youth delegates to participate in the forum.
Keep in touch with the youth you have met. This is a great source of inspiration and knowledge, where collaboration, exchange, and new learning can flourish. Treasure those friendships. Our vision is to connect Indigenous youth across borders and continents, to share our views and experiences, to contribute in the struggle for our rights, and to pass on our cultural heritage and advocacy for equality and justice.
We are the leaders of tomorrow, and we want you to join us in this process towards a better future.